International Series on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Now a handoff up the middle. Harper. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Throwing. Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overcome. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Harper, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Play action now, Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now Prescott. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here we go on 4th down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. 31 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Jackson.
Throwing right, and that's complete. A big play there. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out.
And the Black Knights have got it back to within a score.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
London about set to take over on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. Throws right side, and that's complete. Past the 20.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Black Knights are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harper. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Harper. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Prescott yet again.
That pass taken in by Burks. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Prescott now.
Going to the right here and finding Burks.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson now. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harper.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as it's time now to send you back. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Third and short yardage. Prescott.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harper. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Prescott. That's caught at the 2. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Dak's going to keep it.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Treylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Now Jackson on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And they will take over 1st and 10. But now this offense comes. Back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Jackson on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And what a big-time play there. 43 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Black Knights are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
On the out route, he's got Burks.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards there for number 15.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll set up a throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that.
And this is going to be intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down. To throw is Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Black Knights have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And out now come the Cowboys.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll throw again. Prescott.
It's complete. Burks. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Up the middle they go. Harper, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Here's Dak.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Here's Prescott.
That is caught inside the 5.
And the Cowboys are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here's Jackson.
Looking long for Westbrook. He's got a man. Complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Jackson to throw.
Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This a long one from 54. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 107 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
4th down, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And now 4th down. What do you do?
And after being stuffed on that play, it puts a little doubt in the minds of a head coach who has the football, I'm sure. Do we go for it here? Do we take the 3 points and continue to play on? Because you know he wants to get in the end zone. That ends the game. But I've been on the defensive side before. They've got to be energized right now and almost challenging them to go for it because they've got to be confident.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
But nothing doing there. They get to the 3, and that's all.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harper.
Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short game.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And what can Prescott do in the OT? Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. On 1st down, it's Harper. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm